Yo, what is good, y'all? This is your boy Mello, and this is my channel Agree to Disagree, where we have a debate slash discussion style kind of conversation format over here. And certain things that we may be speaking on are hip hop culture, sports, internet drama, men and women's relationships, and of course, anything that is going viral on the internet that I feel is a good conversation to be had. So if y'all appreciate what I'm doing over here, please hit that like, please drop a comment, and of course, sub up for the one time. Alright, y'all, we got a good one. Can I get a drum roll, please? And deadbeat of the year goes to the gentleman in the blue. Now, I have an opposing view on this situation as well. I'm kind of on the fence. Because I feel both parties, men and women, should hold some responsibility and negligence within these situations. I have a feeling that this guy wasn't completely honest with these women from the jump, stating he don't want them. Because I'm sure if he was from the jump, yo, just so you know, if you get pregnant, I'm not taking care of the kids, whatever. I'm pretty sure those women possibly would have rethought having sex with him. But from what his verbiage is that he told them after, when they was already conceived. And that's where it gets tricky, my G, because you're acting like you're being honest and upfront, but you're not. You're doing it after there's always a cause and effect, and you're doing it after the cause and effect is happening. So I also feel, though, that men should have the option to sign away their rights and sign away everything and not be liable for child support, considering women have the option of abortion. And if you know anything about abortion, you know that if a woman wants an abortion and the man doesn't, it does not matter. That man is going to have to accept his child not coming into the world, and he's going to have to accept all of that because her body, her choice, right? Now, to me, those sayings, like him saying "my life, my choice," those sayings to me are very cringe. They're cliche. They're terms and phrases that have been used to excuse people's bullshit. And frankly, here over at Agree to Disagree, we call people on their bullshit, and that's just what it is. And so this gentleman right here, saying what he says, he definitely bears the responsibility of, you know, so many kids being brought into this world and not having a father, because he acknowledged that he shot up these women's clubs and knew he didn't want to be a father. Like, and as we can see, he's been irresponsible 7 times, and I'm pretty positive plenty other times. So, with that being said, let's get into this clip, and I'll give my opinions afterwards.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect I do not want. And I don't give a what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid. I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a, a father to a child for one of them? Wait, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, I do not want. You know? He don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a. I really don't.
Man, oh man, we got double loser today. We got the 31-year-old who got pregnant by a 13-year-old boy, and then we have this buster right here coming on here acting like he's a feminist fucking frontliner with his my truth and my life, my choice terms. Like, bro, where do they do that at? Like, what are you doing, dog? Like, to me, those things are so cringe because they have become so cliche and cringe for me personally because I've seen people weaponize or use those phrases or terms to then devalue the other person and whatever their side of the story is because he's saying my truth, but hey buddy, I don't know if you woken up and realized, but when it comes to humans, you got your experience, the other person's experience, and then the truth is somewhere in the middle. Because we know certain humans will leave out certain details, and it's just within the cognitive brain to do that sometimes. Like they don't do it on purpose. So that's why when you saying my truth, like homeboy, like miss me with that bullshit. Honestly, you know what? It was also pretty disgusting to hear this guy say, "Y'all could have pulled out, but I didn't." Like, bro, right there, that tells me you acknowledge that what you knew what you was doing and you didn't give a damn. And to me, right there, that's where you, as the man, bear a majority of the responsibility. Because we know, as men, if we shoot up this ladies' club, we're gonna have to take care of whatever comes behind that. And it seems as if you just didn't care. You lacked self awareness of that kind of situation. You lacked awareness of what effects it will have on those children. And to me, I think that's the main person affected in all of this, and should definitely receive some help for this because it's gonna be hard on those kids. They're gonna, even when they get into their 20s and 30s, they're gonna wonder like, yo, like what I do, like if they don't have clarification from this man as to why he was a shitty person, or because if they don't have him explaining to them, yo, I was this kind of person, I was messed up, I was wrong, this and that. If they don't ever receive that in their life, they're forever gonna wonder, was it something with me, was it something that I did, like, because like as kids we don't remember everything, like we don't, like, there could have been a situation, you think sometimes there could have been a situation. So that's those kids are gonna have to live with that forever, based off of just because this douchebag didn't want to be doesn't want to be a father. Like, you want to bareback these women, you want to shoot up their club, and then after they tell you that they're pregnant, that's when you say, "Oh, I don't want to be a father to these kids." But you didn't say none of that to get in their draws, did you? You didn't say, "Yo, just so you know, if we have a kid, I ain't taking care of it." I bet you didn't. I bet he didn't say none of that prior to having intercourse with these women. So the verdict is in on this douchebag. He's a deadbeat. I don't care what no one says. You can agree to disagree with me. That is completely fine. That is your opinion. That is your choice. But to me, this guy is a deadbeat based off the simple fact of all the acknowledgement that he did within these couple videos. And under he because this is the thing, he's not dumb. He understands women bear the burden of having to carry the child for 9 months. um and when you know that and you still do what you do and you think like, Oh, I ain't got. To me, that is a piss poor person. Like, I wouldn't even call you a man if you know that and you still like you, like almost like you get some kind of excitement out of putting a woman through that. Like, I ain't got to do what you do though. Like what are we five again? What the fuck? Like, how immature is that? Like, that's crazy. Now, let's talk about the women's side. Ladies. You gotta stop letting everybody in between your legs. You gotta stop wanting to compete with men to feel like you are superior in this life. Because what I'm starting to see is a wave and a generation of women that are like, well, if men can do it, we can do it too. And they're implementing those thoughts in every aspect of their life. And the thing is that we are not biologically the same. So what biologically satisfies a man will not biologically satisfy a woman. But because you have the feminist movement, you have movement and women empower movements that tell these women, oh, you can do it, men do it, da da da, all this stuff, and they leave out the effects after. Because the one thing as a man, we don't want no one. We this is the thing. A lot of women think, oh, like men commit to hoes every day. No, we don't commit to them. We just do what they want so we get the pussy and dip out. There's no actual commitment on the man's end. So if you're a hoe and you think you're getting committed to, pull the fucking wool from over your eyes, lady. You're burnt out. You're blind. The feminist movement has gotten you so blind that you don't even know which way left and right is right now. Because it's always been proven that women want the one best man in their life. The guy that's 6 foot, makes 100,000 a year. He can provide and protect. He can pay all the bills. He can do all that. That's what women look for. Men don't look for the same thing, because the thing about it is I've noticed since men started saying that, I started to say that we're not sexually attached like women are, because it takes women to have an emotional connection with a guy. Like, well, at least it in the past it has, but lately women have been proven that they're like, I don't need this emotional connection, watch this, and then they dip out, and it's like, yo, so hold on, you're doing that to disprove us out of like spite? Like, to me, that's not good for you. That's not good for you mentally. Like, if you're doing things out of spite to prove someone else wrong, there's something off within your brain, because in this life, you should be happy with who you are. You shouldn't be having to try to prove yourself to no one. The only time you should be having to prove yourself is when you are going toward your career. But if you're trying to prove yourself to random men that probably won't be in your life 2-3 years from whenever you meet them, there's something off within your brain chemical imbalance, because men don't care. Like, when you think that you got one up on us, 5 years is gonna go by. We're gonna completely have forgotten about you. Now, we won't forget what you did. Unfortunately, that's how the male brain works. We don't want someone that has been around the block, and we have to accept things that women want. So guess what, ladies? You have to accept these, and more men have been coming out and saying, we do not want to commit to a hoe. Understood? If not, I don't know what to tell you. But that's a stipulation for the majority of men. The men that are bums, broke bums, will not have the same standards as men that have morals. So just because you get broke dick and it's good, you better be prepared for everything that comes with that. Because a man that stands on morals and has a backbone, he's not accepting a ran through hoe that's been on the block to be his wife. It's not how things work, lady. So be more responsible with who you let in between your legs, and stop sleeping with buster ass dudes like this to just get your rocks off over one night. One night you want to boom, bing, bang. Now look, you dealing with a child that's fatherless, and he's gonna end up dealing with all these mental health, emotional problems, because he's gonna wonder why his dad isn't there. If Now, if there's a male figure that cannot step up in his life, because one thing's for sure, two things for certain, as boys and men in this world, when we are young boys, we need a male figure to guide us. Women can do all they can, yes, but there's something different about it when there's a young boy and a male figure and they connect, because that young boy is more substitute to be disciplined to that man because he respects him. It's just biologically in us. Now, yes, you have the exceptions of the women that can get their children to understand and listen because they've been disciplined to them since the beginning. That can happen, but I'm not talking about the exceptions. Okay? I'm talking about the majority and generally what is going on in America as of right now. So, with that being said, if you agree or disagree with anything I said within this video, drop a comment. We can get to debating. We can get to discussion, whichever one it is. Please hit that like button. Please hit that sub button. And I'll catch y'all on the next vid.